Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Rajesh Gautam from Dr. Harishin Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar. Today I am going to discuss about a module entitled Evidences of Evolution under the paper entitled Human Population Genetics. Students, let us see what are going to learn from this module. So, in this module you will know the concept of evolution, how evolution has taken place and what are the basic concept of evolution, and we will discuss the evidences of evolution. What are the evidences we have to understand the evolution? In this process, or to understand the evidences of evolution, we will discuss chemical and anatomical similarities found among organisms, molecular structures and geographical distribution of related species, and comparative embryology. Scientist Linus Pauling, a Nobel laureate, aptly described science as the search for truth. Science does this by continuously comparing its theories objectively with evidences in the natural world. When theories no longer conform to the evidence, they are modified or rejected in favor of new theories that do conform. In other words, science constantly tries to prove its assumptions to be false and reject implausible explanations. In this way, scientific knowledge and understanding grow over time. Evolution is change in heritable trait of biological population over successive generations. Evolutionary process give rise to diversity at every level of biological organization, including the level of species, individual organism, and at the level of molecular evolution. There are different theories of evolution. You might be knowing that a philosopher known as Jean-Baptiste the Chevalier Lamarck has given a theory called Lamarckism. Similarly, another philosopher, Charles Darwin, has given a theory is known as theory of Darwinism, and there is another theory to understand the evolution is known as pangenesis theory, and the modern theory of evolution is called synthetic theory of evolution. The synthetic theory synthesizes various concepts such as Darwin's natural selection, Mendelian genetics, mutation theory, and population genetics to understand the course and mechanism of evolution. Evidences for evolution. To understand evolution, there are theories as well as there are certain evidences based on scientific findings on the basis of which evolution can be understood. Main evidences of evolution includes fossil records, anatomical similarities among different animals, chemical similarities among different organisms, geographical distribution of related species, and evidences from embryology. To understand the evolution of life, we have plenty of evidences in the form of fossils. As we know, our earth is quite old and life on earth was originated billions of years ago. We have plenty of fossils in the different strata of earth. We can see different fossil of different organisms which were collected from different strata of the earth. Basically, remains of animals and plants found in sedimentary rock deposits give us an indisputable record of past changes through vast period of time. This evidence attests to the fact that there has been a tremendous variety of living things. Some extinct species had traits that were transitional between major groups of organisms. Their existence confirms that species are not fixed but can evolve into other species over time. The evidence also shows that what have appeared to be gaps in the fossil records are due to incomplete data collection. The more that we learn about the evolution of a specific species line, the more that these so-called gaps or missing links in the chain of evolution are filled with transitional fossil specimens. One of the first of these gaps to be filled was between small bipedal dinosaurs and birds. 150 to 145 million years old fossil of Archaeopteryx was found in southern Germany. It had jaw with teeth and a long bony tail like dinosaurs, broad wings and feathers like birds, and skeletal features of both. This discovery verified the assumption that bird had reptilian ancestors. Since the discovery of Archaeopteryx, there have been many other crucial evolutionary gaps filled in the fossil record. Perhaps the most important one from our human perspective was that between apes and Homo sapiens. Since 1920s, there have been literally hundreds of well-dated intermediate fossils found in Africa that were transitional species leading from apes to humans over the last 6 to 7 million years. The fossil records also provides abundant evidence that the complex animals and plants of today were preceded by earlier simple ones. In addition, it shows that multi-celled organisms evolved only after the first single-celled ones. To understand the evolution of bird and the fossil recovered around 150 million years ago, which is a link between reptiles and birds known as Archaeopteryx, is shown here in this slide. You can visualize this is the reconstruction of the fossils recovered. For further understanding of fossils found in different time period according to geological time scale, that is Oligocene, Eocene, and Paleocene, there is image in which successive fossils were shown like Odontocetus, Mysticetus and many other fossils are displayed in this image. To understand evolution, another evidence can be taken from anatomy. The anatomical basis of evolution can be understood by three different ways: homologous organs, analogous organs and modified organs. In this image, there are animals with different structure on the surface, but anatomically they have same kind of organs. It tells an evolutionary story of common ancestors. To understand evolution, we have evidences from anatomy. By comparing the bones of different animals, we can understood how different organs have evolved and how different animals have similar anatomical structure. Limbs that perform different functions are built from same bones. Here you can see human hand, forelimb of cat, fin of whales and bat. All these organs of different animals having similar kind of anatomical structure. So students, to understand evolution, we have concrete evidences. At one hand, we have fossil records which provide us understanding about how evolution has taken places through fossils of missing links. On the other hand, we have knowledge of anatomy. By studying the anatomy of different animals, we can understand how similar is their anatomy. In this context, we have homologous organs. Homologous organs are those organs which have different functions but anatomically they are same. So homo means same and logos means information. In this context, four limbs of human, cat, whales and bats can be taken as example, and their anatomy is same but function is different. As we know, we use our hands for different purposes. Cat uses its forelimb for walking, whales use its forelimb for swimming and bats use it for flying. So having different function, these organs are different but anatomically they are same. How they are anatomically same? We can understand it by studying its bone. Like humans have humerus, radius, ulna, cats also have humerus, radius, ulna. So in this way, this similar anatomical structure provides us understanding or evidences of evolution. To understand evolution, there is another kind of anatomical structures which provide us evidences of evolution. There are analogous organs, the organs which have similar function but their structure is different. Such organs are known as analogous organ. Here is dolphin, which is an aquatic mammal, and fish, which are aquatic vertebrate, both adapted for aquatic life but they are not closely related. Their organs are known as analogous organs because of similar function. Vestigial organs. There are certain organs which were least used by these animals, and because of their least use, these organs were reduced in the course of evolution. Such organs are called vestigial organs. In image you can see the whale fish which have hind leg, but because of its minimal use it become a vestigial organ, but indicates that once whales will also have hind legs. Why should whales have pelvis and leg bone can be a good evidence of evolution or vestigial organs. Beside whales, there are many other animals including humans have different vestigial organs like coxal vertebra of humans are also a type of vestigial organ. Once the ancestor of man were have tail, but because of no use of that, now only certain vertebra are found which are known as coccyx vertebra. In context of evidences of evolution, we have evidences from molecular records, or we can say from molecular biology. All living things on earth are fundamentally similar in the way that their basic anatomical structures develop, no matter whether they are simple single celled protozoa or highly complex organisms with billions of cells. They all begin as single cells that reproduce themselves by similar division process. After a limited lifespan, they also all grow old and die. All living things on earth share the ability to create complex molecules out of carbon and a few other elements. In fact, 99% of the proteins, carbohydrates, fats and other molecules of living things are made from only 6 of the 92 most common elements. Further, in context of evidences from chemical anatomy or molecular biology, we have DNA and protein structures. All kind of organisms have DNA, and the basic structure of this DNA molecule is similar in all kind of animals as well as in plants. Further, to understand the evolution, we have evidences from molecular biology. Students, you all know that all plants and animals receive their specific characteristics from their parents by inheriting particular combination of genes. Molecular biologists have discovered that genes are in fact segment of DNA molecules in our cells. These segments of DNA contain chemically coded recipes for creating proteins by linking together particular amino acids in specific sequences. So, the molecular structure of all kind of animals are almost same. All of the 10 of thousand of types of proteins in living things are almost made of only 20 kinds of amino acids. Despite the great diversity of life on our planet, the simple language of DNA code is the same for all living things. This is evidence of fundamental molecular unity of life, and through this molecular biology we can understand how the life has evolved, or the life have common chemical components. All of these major anatomical similarities and chemical similarities between living organisms can be most logically accounted for by assuming that they either share a common ancestry or they came into existence as a result of similar natural process. Evidences of evolution from geographical distribution of related species. Another clue of pattern of past evolution is found in the natural geographical distribution of related species. It is clear that major isolated land areas and island groups often evolve their own distinct plant and animal communities. For instance, before human arrived 60 to 40,000 years ago, Australia had more than 100 species of kangaroos and other marsupials, but none of the more advanced terrestrial placental mammals such as dogs, cats, bears, horses. Land mammals were entirely absent from the even more isolated islands and make up Hawaii and New Zealand. Each of these places had a great number of plant, insect, and bird species that are found nowhere else in the world. The most likely explanation for the existence of Australia's, New Zealand's, and Hawaii's mostly unique biotic environment is that the life form in these areas have been evolving in isolation from the rest of the world for millions of years. Alike, evidences from geological records or fossils or from paleontology, anatomical similarities, chemical or biochemical similarities, we can also understand evolution from embryology. Embryology or the science of studying embryo provide us evidences of evolution. As we know, every organism have evolved from unicellular and they become gradually multicellular. The same process happens in the formation of embryo. A single celled egg fertilized with sperm and form a zygote which is essentially single celled, but by cell division it evolve in embryo and become multi-celled. The embryo of different organisms have certain similarity, and on the basis of this similarity we can understand evolution very clearly. Here in image we can see the embryonic development of tortoise and chick as well as comparative structure of embryo of fish, reptile, bird and humans. So through this comparative embryology we can understood that all organisms have common ancestor and they evolved from single celled organism. So students, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. The evidences of evolution, how evolution has taken place. Is it clear now that evolution has taken place? The life has evolved from simplest form to complex, from unicellular to multicellular, from aquatic to terrestrial. But what are the evidences? How we understand that evolution has taken place? For that, we have collected evidences from different disciplines. First, evidences we have collected from fossil records. Paleontology is the science in which we deal with fossil records, or we collect fossils of different kind of animals and plants. These fossils provide us ample evidence that evolution has taken place, because there are missing links in evolution, and by studying the fossil records we have collected information about different missing links. So these missing links fulfill the gap that how evolution has taken place and what was the line of evolution. Then another evidence we collect from anatomical similarities between or among the different animals. We have homologous organs, the organs which have similar structure but their function is different. As I told you that human hand, forelimb of cat, forelimb of bat and forelimb of whales, they have different function but their structure is same. Such organs are called homologous organ, and these organs provide us solid evidence that these animals have common ancestry. Again, that chemical similarity or the biochemical similarity of the organism have evidences that evolution has taken place. Why all animals and plants have DNA? Why they have RNA? Why all kind of animals have similar chemical bases? So this chemical or biochemical similarity of organism provide us very solid evidence about evolution. In the same way, we have a science called embryology, in which embryos are studied, and through embryology we can understand or we can compare the embryo of different kind of organism, and at the level of embryo certainly many kind of animals have similar kind of embryo, which suggests that they have common ancestry and they evolved from similar kind of ancestor. Thank you.